All right, let's get to our morning business report. Hiring rates have improved over the summer, helping to offset a drop in the number of job openings.
And the stock market has once again climbed to new records. Channel 3's Jane King is live at the New York Stock Exchange with those stories and more. Good morning, Jane.
Hi, Tracy, Caitlin. Good morning. And we're mixed is how we're shaping up so far here today, with the Dow looking higher. You know, profits keep piling up at companies. Oil prices are easing. AI is helping drive big gains for companies like Palantir and even Caterpillar, which is making a killing helping build the data centers with their earth-moving equipment. And companies in the S&P 500 index are on track to deliver growth of nearly 50% in earnings per share for the spring from a year ago. So that would be the biggest jump since 2021. While hiring uptick in June helped offset the impact of fewer job openings that month. That's according to the latest JOLTS survey, the Job Openings and Labor Turnover Survey. The available positions decreased in line with expectations to 7.36 million. Layoffs were pretty much flat, and the quits rate, so that's people quitting their jobs voluntarily, was unchanged. And Chipotle Mexican Grill has removed jalapenos from its restaurants nationwide after the peppers were linked to a salmonella outbreak in Minnesota that got 100 people sick. State officials interviewed 84 of the people who got sick, and among those, 89% said they ate at Chipotle between June 14th and July 14th, and the remaining people ate at a variety of other Mexican-style restaurants. So while Chipotle was the first to be named, investigators believe other eateries could be impacted. Okay, let's take a look at those massive numbers from yesterday. The Dow up 900 points, closed at another all-time high. Investors bought in on hopes the Strait of Hormuz will finally reopen. Again, mixed start is how we're looking so far. Live from the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King. Back to you.